guys, so today I'm going to be doing a review slash tutorial on these nails. I use some nail foils from bornprettystore.com. I will have the link down below for you. These are the items. This is the item that I'm reviewing, so I'll go ahead and show you what that looks like. It comes in a roll just like this, so what you do to use it is you go ahead and pull it out. You pull out a section of it, and you really only need a little bit, and then you would cut it with a pair of scissors. This is what the actual design looks like. And this is supposed to be an abalone shell. You do need to use an adhesive with this. I'll show you mine here in a minute. But that's what it looks like. Again, I'll have it linked down below for you. It's just a beautiful repeating design of that abalone. And you get a ton. I mean, I have all of that still in there. And honestly, to do my nails today, I used a piece probably about that big. I mean, you really don't need, and this is actually double wrapped, so you can see there's actually two pieces there. You only need one of those. So you can definitely get your money's worth out of this. You have a ton of options to do with it. I chose just to do a few nails today, but of course you could do all of them. It works really well with gel polish. You can also use regular polish. You can use this over acrylics, gels, whatever you like. So I'll go ahead and show you the items that I used for the tutorial, and then I'll give you my thoughts on the actual product, and then we'll get into the tutorial. So the items that you're going to need today is the abalone foil. You're also going to need your adhesive. This is a foil adhesive. There are several different brands that you can use. This one I got in a kit. This one also came in a kit, but I got it from Sally's Beauty Supply. You can just Google nail foil adhesive and it'll come up. You're also going to need your gel polish of choice. So today I'm using Gel 7. So I used their step 1, which is their base, their step 2, which is a gray color polish, which is what I have there on my nail, and then step 3, which is a non-wipe top coat. You may also want to use a silicone tool like this. I got mine on Amazon.com. They also sell them at Born Pretty Store if you're interested. I just use this to push the foil into my nail so that I got a nice even application. You can also use your fingernail. This is not necessary if you don't have it, but it is nice to use. You're also going to need a pair of scissors just to cut your foil into the size that you need, and then possibly some isopropyl alcohol to clean the tacky layer and or clean the polish layer when you go to apply your adhesive. And that's it for this tutorial, other than your UV or LED lamp if you're using gel polish. Again, you can use regular polish. So overall, I was really impressed with this particular foil. I was able to get a very clean application. I didn't have to clean the backing of it with alcohol or acetone as I have to with some of my other ones that I have. It came up really crisp. There was a nice clean line from where I applied the actual adhesive. I tried it with 2 different adhesives. It worked with both of them. I had no trouble with it crinkling or wrinkling underneath the gel polish top coat, so that was really nice. So again, there really was no issue. You get plenty of product in here. You can do your nails over and over again, whether for yourself or clients. So this one I definitely recommend. Again, links will be down below. I want to say thank you to Born Pretty Store for sending me this item for review. I'll go ahead and get started into the tutorial. So first you want to apply your base coat. Today I'm using Gel 7, and this is their step 1 base coat. And you want to make sure that you cap that nail tip. Okay, go ahead and cure that in your LED or UV lamp. Next you're going to apply your color of choice. I'm using a gray color from Gel 7. And again, you want to do thin, even coats. You want to make sure that you cap the nail. This particular color is very pigmented, so I only need to do 1 coat. But if you're using something else, of course, build it up to the opacity that you like. Go ahead and cure that in your LED or UV lamp. So for the ring finger and the middle finger, I'm going to go ahead and use rubbing alcohol or isopropyl alcohol, and I'm going to remove that tacky layer. And this is just to make it easier to apply our foil today. So go ahead and remove that sticky layer. And this is the foil we're going to be using today. I'm going to go ahead and cut that into smaller pieces. Now for those 2 fingers, I'm going to be applying this adhesive. This is foil adhesive. So go ahead and paint that on. You want to do an even coat. You don't want to flood the area. And it doesn't need to be super thick. So once that goes transparent, then we're ready to apply the foil. Some foil glues have kind of a blue tinge, and same thing, you would wait for that to go translucent before you apply your foil. So once that's gone completely transparent, you're just going to grab your piece of foil. You're going to place it with the picture facing up, so if it was shiny, it would be shiny side up. If you look at this side, it's kind of white and dull. That's what you're going to press against your nails. So you're going to kind of pick where you want the design, what you want to pick up in it. You're just going to go ahead and place that on the nail. And you can use your fingertip, or you can use a silicone nail tool like I'm using, and you're just going to go ahead and press that into the nail, and you're going to try to get out as many bumps and lumps as you can. And slowly as you press, you'll notice that the foil starts to pull away from the nail itself, but you do have to work it in a little bit. Now if it's not sticking, chances are that you didn't give your glue enough time to set, and you may need to take it off and start again by reapplying glue. And you can also use your fingernail and just go in there and kind of push it the same way that I'm doing with the silicone tool. And you can see it's starting to pull away from the tip here, so I'm just going to keep doing that. Now because we put that base coat underneath, if there's any places that don't get attached, it won't look completely destroyed. But there you go, pretty much in one even piece. You can see there it is. So I'll just push that down with my finger. And then I'll zoom you guys in so you can see the other one. So again, I'm going to take my foil. I'm going to pick the area that I want. I'm going to go ahead and drop it. Use my silicone tool just to start pushing that in and working out those bumps and lumps. If you have a few, it's not a big deal. Sorry, I was in front of the camera there. But basically all I'm doing is pressing down until it starts to pull away. And you can see it's already starting to pull away there. And just simply lift it up. And there you go. You can see here on the side I missed a little piece. If you want to, and it's absolutely important to you, you can absolutely go back in with your glue and apply a small amount to where you want it. Wait for that to dry, and then just go ahead and place your foil down again. So I'm going to go ahead and take that same piece of foil. I'm going to try to line it up as best I can, but again, the good thing about this pattern is that it does not have to be exact. And then I'm just going to start working that down and hopefully get a little more coverage there on the side. And there you go, it's patched up. And once we apply the top coat, you won't hardly notice it. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom you guys back out. So the next step is just to apply your top coat. I'm using the top coat from Gel 7 just because it goes along with the system, but of course you can use whatever you like. Make sure you cover the whole design. And then go ahead and cure that in your LED or UV lamp. So once you've cured your nails with the top coat, go ahead and remove the tacky layer if you need to. This particular Gel 7 is a non-wipe top coat, so I don't need to wipe it. But if you're using a different brand, of course, go ahead and follow the directions there. Remove the tacky layer as needed. I'm going to go ahead and finish up my nails, and I'll show you guys the end results. Alright guys, so here's the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick tutorial. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them down below. And as always, thank you for watching.